Your Honor, is it jurisdiction number 9? It's not here still, is that correct? Or
No, they will be, but they're going to be brought at the next group because they have not been given the oath.
Oh, that's right, that's right. She was not here.
Right.
Yeah, she was sent home. Thank you, Your Honor.
So you can stand right there. Thank you, Speaker. Ms. Cross?
Thank you, Your Honor. Juror 35. You raised your hand yesterday that you might have a conflict or a hardship if you were to sit on this jury for 2 or 3 weeks. Can you tell me what that is?
Basically, I'm the only one paying bills throughout the household.
Okay. And you are an assistant manager at a supermarket? Yeah, Croaker? Okay. And do you know what the policy of your store is about paying you for jury service?
They pay up to 5 days.
Up to 5 days.
They're no longer paying.
Okay. And if you were on this jury for longer than 5 days, say 3 weeks or so, what kind of impact would that have on your family?
Basically, we wouldn't be able to get our bills paid.
Okay. And you've got one child, and you're married?
Technically, no, I'm not married, but we have to live together.
You live together, okay. And you're the primary support for the family?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
Who's going to question this? Mr. Moore?
I believe that we will.
You have no questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Please follow the instruction of the clerk. Here from the state.
I think this juror would qualify for a financial hardship. We'd ask for him to be excused.
We can send Judge.
All right, I will accept that. You'll be released for cause. 36 should be next, lawyers. Hello. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Juror number 36. Now, before you filled out the questionnaire on Friday, you hadn't heard anything about this case, is that right? Okay. Now, as you stand in here, do you know anything about the case other than what you heard the judge say? Okay. Do you have any opinions about serving on a jury?
I can't form an opinion if I really don't know anything about it.
Okay. Are
I'm
you...
sorry, I didn't hear you say what you
I
said.
said I can't form any type of opinion if I don't know anything about the case.
Thank you.
The jurors in this case, they would have to reach a decision just based on the evidence that they hear in the courtroom. Do you think you'd be able to do that?
Yes, I would.
Okay. I see that you just started what looks like your first job.
Yes,
Okay. And you're working part-time at Whitewater?
yes,
All right. How do you like it?
Just glad to be able to provide help my mom with a little bit.
Okay. And you're living with your mom?
Yes,
All right. Have you talked to the people at your job about being here? If you were serving on this jury and had to be here every day for about 3 weeks, have you talked to them about it?
oh, yeah,
Okay, and they're okay with it?
yes, ma'am.
That'll work? Okay. You are currently a student, too, at Georgia Perimeter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what are you studying?
Radiology,
All right. What do you want to do with that when you're done?
become a radiologist.
Are you looking to stay in the Atlanta area?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what, your family's here?
Yes,
Behind your mom? All right. Is there anything we haven't asked you or anything that you think we should know about you and your ability to be a fair juror in this case?
ma'am. Not at all.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Beaker?
Yes, thank you.
Just remain to the defense lawyers to ask questions.
So I got just a couple of questions for you. You are currently working and going to school right now, correct? The radiology program that you're in at Georgia Perimeter, are those nighttime classes, daytime classes? Daytime classes. Are you in school right now?
I started August,
When do you start in August?
August 19th.
Okay. And when you start in August, sir, can you tell us during a regular school week there, how many hours you will be in class?
Okay, on Monday
Okay, so you are taking,
I take a total of 2 classes, but on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll take 2, and on Thursdays,
okay, so you are in class 16 hours a week,
8 hours.
but Monday and Wednesday, you got 2 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Wednesday? Okay, so you got 8 hours, 2 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. And are you beginning school there? Is this your first entry into the radiology program?
Yes, sir.
So these would be introductory classes.
Yes, sir.
We anticipate that this trial is going to take approximately 3 weeks once we get started, and I believe that the start date for the actual trial should be next Monday, August the 5th. So that would, so the weeks of the 5th, 12th, and 19th, which would conflict, that third week of testimony would conflict with your first week of classes. Whether or not the trial is over there in so far as whether or not the jury has made a decision would be up to the jury. What would happen if you missed the first week to week and a half of your classes? Would that set you behind? Could you catch up? Do you have any? Can you give us any guidance there?
It probably would set me behind, but I wouldn't want to be set behind. I just want to stay on track in school.
Okay. And these are classes that you're taking towards the anticipated career that you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all I have, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Follow the instructions of the clerk. Mr. State's position.
Qualified jury, Your Honor.
Defense.
Your Honor, I'd ask him to be excused for being in school, starting the week of the, I guess, the second or third week of trial. This is his career. He first started the classes that set him back. I don't know that 8 hours constitutes a automatic deferral for him, but for somebody who's starting out on his first post-high school educational career, seems like it would set him back. So I'd ask that he be excused for an educational hardship.
Would you tell him hold?
Hold on a second. No.
Mr. Speaker, I understand your position. I heard his responses. I want to say he's qualified.
Yes, sir.
Now, thank you, Ron. Number 37.
Juror 37? You raised your number when the judge asked about scheduling conflicts or a hardship if you were to serve on this jury. What were you, what do you need to bring to our attention?
Just work commitments and stuff like that.
Okay, because you've got 2 full-time jobs? Okay, where are you working?
I work at Robin's Groomingdale's. It's like a dog grooming shop, and then a toy store right next to it.
Okay. And how many hours a week do you work at each of those jobs?
Well, basically my work hours with those jobs, I work like 9 to 6, 6 days a week.
Do you currently have a roommate or live with anybody?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather? Okay. What would it, aside from the difficulty in being away for your job for that long, would that be a financial problem for you?
Yes,
Okay.
that's mainly the concern.
Okay, so tell me about that. How much of a financial problem would that be?
I mean, I just have like a car payment and phone bill. Just, I would need to be able to pay for those, but, I mean, just depending on how long, how many days I'd be here.
Okay. We're estimating that this case would last probably about 3 weeks once testimony starts, and that means you'd have to be back here beginning Monday every day for about 3 weeks. Could be shorter, could be longer, but that's our best guess. So would either of your positions or either of your employers pay you for the time that you would be here?
I don't think so.
Okay. And is it, if you were here and you were not being paid at those jobs, does that mean that your budget is really tight, or does that mean that you can't pay your bills?
Well, if I'm here for 3 weeks, I won't be able to pay my bills.
Okay. Is there anyone else who contributes to the bills that you're talking about? Okay. I also noticed that you recognized another juror. You thought you recognized somebody in the courtroom yesterday?
Yeah, I don't remember her number. We were just in here on Friday together. I
Okay.
don't know her, but I just recognized her.
You recognized her
being here on Friday.
from, okay, all right. And you have heard something about this case?
Yes,
All right. Do you have any opinions about the case?
sorta.
Okay, what are those?
I mean, I don't know, I live in Dunwoody, and, you know, I've heard so much stuff about it. I don't know, I mean, I don't know how I feel, it's just kind of even on both sides, I don't really know how I feel about it.
Okay. Well, if you live in Dunwoody, are you familiar or do you know where the murder that's related to this case took place?
Yeah.
You do know
it's
that?
like right down the street from my job.
Okay. And you knew that before you came in on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're 20 years old?
Mhm.
Okay. Were you living in Dunwoody in 2010? All right. You also let us know that you've had either a very good or a very bad experience with law enforcement. You or somebody close to you.
I mean, I haven't had like a bad experience.
A experience?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It was not like a bad experience.
Okay, what department was it? Do you remember?
No.
No?
And I mean, I don't know if this makes a difference. My uncle, I don't remember. He used to work for like the DA or something. I don't
Okay.
know if
Was that local in the Atlanta area or somewhere else?
Here in Decatur.
Indicator? Okay, what's your uncle's name?
Chris Harvey.
All right, and he's currently working for the Secretary of State?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're not close?
I'm not sure exactly what he does. but
Okay.
I know he used to be involved somehow.
Okay. All right. Anything else I didn't ask you about that you think we should know?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Flagg?
Thank you, Judge. Juror number 37, you made reference to your uncle. Is he still working for the district attorney's office?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure what exactly he does, but I know he used to a lot
Okay.
of that.
Did you ever have a chance to talk to him about what he did exactly in the district attorney's office?
No, I mean, I'm sure a long time ago we discussed it, but not recently.
Did you mention to him by any chance that you were going to be summoned for jury service?
No, I haven't spoken to him
Okay,
about
so
it.
you have not gotten any insight or input from him as to what to expect or who the cast of characters would be or anything of that sort? Okay. Now, you indicated that you had some knowledge of the case. Is it fair to say that you have no fixed opinion one way or the other?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know how to explain. I just,
Well, we need you to do the best you can.
I know. I mean, I feel a certain way. I just don't know enough about it.
Well-
It's not something I've been following like to the T. I know about it, but
Okay. Could you share with us what you feel about the case at this time?
I guess the way I feel about it is, you know, what happened, you know, there was children around and things involved, and I just don't think that that's right. I don't know, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about, you know, her. I don't know. I just, you know, the whole thing
Okay.
is kind of bad.
Let me just ask you, try to be more specific with questions. I think we pretty much are all in agreement that a homicide in close proximity to children is not a good thing.
No.
Okay. Is that your main cause of concern?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand at this point there are no homicide charges?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you watch or observe any of the trial of Mr. Hemi Newman in this case? Okay. Prior to coming to court, had you specifically heard the name of Andrea Sneiderman before?
I mean, yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay. Had you formed any opinion one way or the other as to Mrs. Sneiderman?
Sorta. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Could you share that opinion with us?
I guess just from what I do know, like I said, I don't know everything. I do feel that she is involved in some way.
Involved in to what extent?
But I don't know. I mean, in some way, I'm not saying, she told him to do that or anything like that, but I feel that there is some involvement.
Okay. And do you, at this point, as you stand here, believe that involvement entails some sort of criminal activity?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you held that particular opinion?
And it's not something I think about very often up until now, but I guess, once I heard about it.
Okay. Have you had time to have that opinion solidify in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it fair to say that it has been some period of time that you have felt that way?
Yeah.
Okay. You had that opinion prior to receiving your summons to become a potential juror in this case. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you, if you were selected to sit on this jury, carry that opinion with you into the jury box?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Do you think that would make it difficult for you to sit as a fair and impartial juror in this case?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because I guess as a juror, you're supposed to have no opinion whatsoever.
Okay. I mean, you would be entering into the trial of this case with an opinion as to the criminal responsibility of Mrs. Sneiderman, correct?
Yeah.
And that opinion would be that she is at least guilty of some crime. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is a fixed opinion in your mind, is it not? Nothing further.
I didn't hear your last response. What did you say, young lady? What was your last response?
Yes, it was.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you can follow the instructions of the clerk, I believe, number 37. You hear from the state?
We move to excuse this juror for the financial hardship, Your Honor.
Defense?
And that, as well as her bias, Your Honor, we would ask that she be excused.
You'll be excused because the next potential juror, number 38, lawyer should be the next person. Yes. Good morning. Go ahead, Ms. Green.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Juror 38. On the questionnaire, you let us know that you don't have any opinions or you don't have any information about this case. Is that right? Okay. And that was true Friday. Is that still true today? Okay. You are retired? Okay. Before you retired, what did you do?
I work in like a labor in Robert Bosch Corporation.
Okay.
Which is big.
And what company did you work for?
Robert Bosch Corporation. Robert Bosch is a car company.
Okay. And how long did you work for them in particular?
20 years.
20 years? What was your position when you retired?
Excuse me?
What was your position when you retired?
I was a laborer.
You're a laborer? All right. And you have got a grandchild living with you?
Yeah, 18-year-old.
Okay.
She's a late kids again.
All right. Is she in school?
She go to the Kennesaw University.
What's she studying in school?
I in the first year in the general class.
General classes first year? Okay. All right. Have you ever been called for jury service before?
They call me, but never I mean.
Didn't make it this far?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Is there anything that I didn't ask you or anything you think we should know about you as a juror in this case?
No.
No?
I can try again.
Okay. Are you having a difficult time hearing me?
No, no.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if there's anything I didn't ask you that you think we should know about you as a juror. Anything that you can think of we didn't ask? Okay. Thank you.
Mrs. Morgan?
Thank you.
Juror number 38, how old were you when you left Santiago, Chile, to come here?
Santiago de Chile, the capital of the country.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, how old were you when you came to the United States?
I flew to the United States. I fly in 1980.
Okay. Did you attend high school here or just college?
No, just college.
Okay. And that's
Well,
where,
they recognize my degree because in Chile I get accounting. I was an accounting person. Right
Mhm.
here, give me the association degree in accounting.
Okay.
That's my education
and what brought you to the States?
in this state.
I know, why did you come here?
Why I coming from?
Mhm.
Political reason. No,
Okay, well, that's political reasons.
Political reason because a dictatorship right there.
Is your wife also from Chile?
No, she's with me coming together.
Okay,
She's a high school teacher right here.
right. And did she teach, she taught high school here in DeKalb County? Okay. And you were a laborer?
Labor,
Okay. And what type of labor was that, sir?
in the automotive terminology. Automotive.
Okay, automotive, and that you received a degree in automotive mechanics as well?
Yes, sure, because I went to the DeKalb Technical School.
Okay,
I studied 2 years right there. I graduated from there.
all right. And when did you get your citizenship here, sir?
In 1980, 1991, 92, something like that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. If you can follow the instructions of the clerk.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. State's position.
The state has no objection to juror 38.
No objection. All right, he's qualified. "39 should be next, Lawyers. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Juror 39, you raised your number yesterday that you had a conflict or a hardship if you were to sit on this jury. Can you tell me what it is?
It's just about my job, because I'm self-employed,
Okay.
and I would need to beat up some extra things.
All right. You've got a painting business that you've been running for 13 years? Is that right? Okay. And what does it mean for your business if you're here instead of there for 3 weeks or so?
Meaning that paint don't get to the job site on time, some of the guys might not show up, people ride the clock home,
Yeah.
so I really need to beat up.
Okay. Is there somebody who fills in for you if you are gone for an extended period of time like this?
And it is someone else, but like he's new at that, so
Okay.
some people don't have the experience of trying to run a whole crew, or trying to go talk to the homeowner.
That's normally something that just you do. Have you got jobs scheduled for the month of August that you're particularly concerned about?
I have one job, I'm not sure if I have it yet, but if I do get it, I really need to beat up.
When would that job go if you did get it?
I talked to the guy last night, he said he's gonna push the bid through and try to get it, passed, so hopefully it'll be next week or two.
Next week or two?
But I'm not really sure.
Okay. Okay. You also told us that you had heard something or a little bit about this case before you came in on Friday. Do you have any opinion about the case one way or the other?
No, not really.
Okay. Have you followed it particularly closely? All right. Do you have any opinions about the defendant one way or the other? No. Okay. You've got 3 kids. All right. And where's your oldest in school?
Still, no.
Are you currently married?
No.
Okay. Are you divorced?
No.
Okay. Have you, I thought you'd answered the question on the questionnaire. Do you know somebody who's been divorced or somebody who's gone through a divorce fairly recently?
So I have 2 friends, they've been divorced.
Okay. Anything particularly kind of ugly or drawn out about it, or was it pretty done? Okay. All right. Can you tell me in general about your brother's situation?
Oh, you know, a while back, he into drugs and stuff. But he's past that now.
Okay. All right. And when he got involved in the system, when he was having trouble, do you think he was treated fairly by the system?
I guess so, because he was doing drugs.
All right. Did you go to court with him at all or anything like that for any of those times? Okay. All right. Okay, I think that's all my questions. Thank you.
Mr. Petrie?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, John. Sir, I want to ask you first of all about one of your answers, which was that you know just a little bit about this case. And what I want to ask you to tell us whether or not, since you've gotten your jury notice for this, you came in Friday, you filled out the questionnaire, we've had a weekend, you spent all day yesterday probably twiddling your thumbs, waiting to come up here and talk to us. Has there been anything that you've remembered or you've heard about the case since you filled out the questionnaire on Friday that you think would have any effect on your ability to give Mrs. Sneiderman a fair trial in this case?
No, not really. 'Cause
Okay.
we just talked about the start of this process. Talk about start of jury selection.
Okay.
So that's all I heard since last Friday.
Can you recall what kind of press coverage or newspaper or TV or radio you heard about the case before? Do you remember any details from it, or just that something had happened that sparked a memory when you were filling out this questionnaire?
I just remember it's not really about her, it's about the other guy that already came to court.
Okay.
It's basically about him.
So that your recollection about the case is mostly about the other part that has already gone to court. Okay. Now, let me ask you, sir, about your answer. One question was, have you, a family member or close friend, ever had what you consider to be a particularly good or bad experience with law enforcement? You said good experience. Is that a particular incident that you had a good experience, or just in general you or someone's had good experiences?
Just in general.
Okay.
Just in general.
Okay. And let me touch on this last subject then that Ms. Cross asked you about too. Insofar as your job is concerned, you own your own business, you've had it for a little more than a dozen years. Do I understand you correctly that you are trying to train somebody, a new person that will be able in the future maybe to supervise when you're not there, but that person is not at that point yet? And if you are on a jury for 3 weeks starting next Monday, August the 5th, would you be able to fulfill the contract that you hope to be gaining right now?
No.
Okay. And is that the only contract, the only job you've got coming up for August that you're aware of right now?
On a big job.
Okay. And it sounded like it was a little bit, you're not just painting somebody's windows.
No.
Okay. It's a big job that would allow you to have workers actually doing that, and you would pay them. Okay. Now, would this work a financial hardship on you for your business or your family or both to not have that job?
Yes, very much on my business, my family, and the guy that works for me, their family.
Okay.
A lot of people feel affected by this.
Okay. How many people do you have working for you, sir?
3.
Okay. Okay. So it would have a financial fallout, I guess, on you at your family level, you at your business level, and the workers that work for you. Okay. Thank you, sir. That's all I have.
Thank you. Number 39, following instructions of the clerk, please. Thank you. State's position.
So I think this is a qualified jury, Your Honor.
Defense.
Your Honor, we'd ask that he be excused for financial hardship.
Lawyers, I'm gonna let him go for financial hardship based upon the fact he's the sole proprietor of this business. So he'll be gone for cause. Number 40 be next.
John?
You may.
Okay. Okay, number 40. Just want to ask you a couple questions. From your questionnaire, you indicated that, excuse me, your job might affect your ability to serve on this jury. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what kind of work you do?
I have two jobs. I work at Kroger during the day.
Mm-hmm.
I work at Eagle Rock Distribution Center during the night.
Okay. Kroger and Eagle Rock. How many hours do you work at each per day?
Kroger, I do about 6. Eagle Rock, it just depends on whenever I get finished.
Okay.
Either 8 to 12 to 16 hours.
Do you live you live with your mother and your 3 sisters?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the only person working in the household? Okay. So if you had to miss, do you know what Kroger's policy is regarding jury service? Will they pay you?
They'll pay me.
Kroger will pay you?
From Kroger.
Okay.
I haven't taught at Eagle Rock, but
All right. So you will actually get paid from Kroger?
yeah.
And you could potentially get paid from Eagle Rock, you just don't know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite know. I go to work at 6 o'clock in the evening, so,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm finished before then, I can go straight to work.
Okay. All right. And if you are,
One second, now, you understand that if you're selected for this jury, I need people to stay awake during the day, so you can't work a night shift for 3 weeks. Because you're gonna be awake in the morning and have to listen to testimony, you understand? I heard what you said about,
Yeah.
if we finish before 6, you go to work.
I'm used to it, I go to work during the day and go to work during the night. And I stay awake on the first job.
Now, I just want you to understand, you're gonna have to be awake if you're on this jury, so you won't be able to sleep at all. All right, now you understand that.
you think you can stay awake if you're selected?
Yeah.
And awake enough to pay close attention to what's going on in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You told us also that you or someone that you know has been involved with an arrest or a conviction that involved a theft charge. Is that correct? And those charges were dismissed?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know whether or not, well, let me back up and ask you, was it you or was it a friend or family member? It was you. Do you feel that you were treated fairly in that process?
No, ma'am.
Tell me why not.
Because, for the simple fact that the situation happened, they had no evidence on me, and, no evidence period. But for a whole year, I had to go to court, constantly miss work, constantly miss money. And they know they don't have no evidence just for them to dismiss the charges. That took a lot of my time, and I feel like that wasn't fair for me. And you knew from the jump you didn't have no evidence on me to charge me with that. Or I had no evidence on me. And it just was time consuming. Paying $6 a part, that adds up. For y'all just to drop charges a year later,
Okay.
that wasn't fair to me.
All right. And when you just said for y'all to drop the charges a year later, was that here in DeKalb County? Okay. Do you know if it was the solicitor's office or the DA's, the solicitor's office? All right. And I could just tell by the way you responded to me that this is something that you still, it's still fairly raw for you.
I'm passing now, I'm moving forward, but I just feel like, that should be something that's worked on, because, how many other people go through that same thing,
Mm-hmm.
If y'all didn't have a case, why do I have to sit, constantly go to the public defender office, trying to make sure I don't have a criminal record, so I can beat somebody in life, and I still gotta come in here and sit for hours for nothing.
That experience, is that something that you think would be lingering with you if you were to serve as a juror in a criminal trial?
I really can't speak on,
I mean,
my